Hey YouTube, Barricade here. Today I'd like to talk a little bit more about Titanfall, well, the beta for Titanfall rather, a little bit more in depth, as my previous video on the game was probably a little bit confusing for some. I didn't really intend for it to be seen in a negative light, so I thought I would do a longer video explaining exactly how I feel about the beta so far, and give you, what my thoughts and feels are so far early on here in the beta. To start off, I'd like to say that it's actually probably one of the most balanced betas that I have ever played, ever. I mean, it's a solid game, no doubt. I mean, look who made it. It's the guys that made Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Those games. Well, I can't really say Modern Warfare 2 was an extremely balanced game, but Call of Duty 4, I mean, was probably one of my favorite all-time shooters up until I started really getting back into Battlefield, and I feel like this is basically kind of an extension of what they were doing with the Modern Warfare series. It feels like Call of Duty. And I think that's, it's not a bad thing. I think that's kind of a plus for it because that's the game that those guys really know how to make. Plus, they have a brand new, well, sort of brand new engine. I mean, they're using a heavily modified, mind you, Source engine, which absolutely looks stunning, even though it's a beta. I can imagine it's probably going to look 100 times better once the game is actually in release. And we get to, fine-tune all of our PC specs for this and really jump into it full tilt and really, get the most out of it visually. Gameplay-wise, like I said, it's solid. For beta, it's amazing. I really do like it. I'm not going to stop playing Battlefield for it, though, even though currently Battlefield 4 is not working for me. Thanks, DICE, for that wonderful February 13th patch. But yeah, I mean, it's solid. I can't really say that it's a bad game at all. We have 2 maps in the beta, lots of different options for the loadouts and the Titans and everything. There's not a whole lot in the way of innovation to the first-person genre. Aside from having giant robots, which is still pretty cool. Which kind of brings me back to the whole continuation of the Modern Warfare series for Respawn, basically. Taking it, the next level, going into the future, that kind of stuff. But really, it's a Call of Duty with giant fucking robots. I mean, that's cool, right? I had a little bit of problems here and there getting used to it. I mean, the controls are kind of all over the place, especially on the PC. You really have to do a little bit of, piano playing when it comes to the button layouts, which I didn't really want to modify. I wanted to learn them the way they are as the default, and try to get accustomed to playing solid, just like everybody else. One gripe that I have to have right now, which I'm sure probably everybody else has, or a great majority of the other players have, is the auto locking pistol that basically can annihilate you in a single moment's notice from a pretty decent range. But it is kind of a nuisance. It's rather annoying. But I mean, you can outfire a person with it, especially if they're trying to lock onto you. It's easy to just stay back and really pop them from a distance, which is what I usually try to do when I see somebody that's running that gun. Another cool thing is being able to jump onto a Titan's back. I mean, that's badass right there. You can jump on, tear off his cover, start shooting at a CPU or whatnot, and really help your team out by exposing that really, what's the word? I can't even think right now. I am so tired. Exposing that weakness, so that everybody else on your team can really fire at that. And it's great that they highlight it, too, once it's been ripped open, which is a big plus for anybody that's having problems aiming. When it comes to the Titan gameplay, the movability, like the agility, let's say, of the Titans really is, it's nice. It's not clunky. You don't feel like, you're just a big version of the pilot running around. They did a lot of work really differentiating the movement between the player and the Titan, which, you know, is pretty awesome. Other than that, I really have nothing, you know, other than the pistol, autumn pistol, I have nothing bad to say about this title. I do wish that the maps were a little bit bigger, especially when you got into a Titan, because, I mean, it basically cuts the map size in half when you're in something that massive. But then again, I haven't seen all the maps. It is in beta. There's only 2 maps. You know, they're decently sized. There's lots of playability with them, you know, when you're parkouring around the map, which is quite fun, especially when you get the advanced parkour, I guess you could call it perk. It really helps you sustain your jumps and wall climb and stuff like that. Now, I didn't win this round, but I don't think it's about winning. I think it's about, you know, making sure that, you know, you're having fun. I play Call of Duty back in the day, and I wanted to do it because I was so into competitive gaming, and I play Battlefield because I want to have fun. And Titanfall, I think, is going to fall in between that, where I'm going to be slightly competitive because, I mean, the Call of Duty nature and the style of the game, mind you, being a little bit faster paced than Call of Duty for sure. And, you know, there's that fun side to Battlefield that I'm going to really enjoy, I think. You know, just walking through guys and running people over and such. But, yeah, you know, it's not bad. I'm probably going to pick this up, actually. Within the next, you know, week or so, I'll probably pre-order. And definitely have fun playing that with everybody. And I think I'm probably going to do a couple more videos on the beta, probably here in the next week or so. So keep your eyes open for that, and as well, more Battlefield.